This is Jeff Crosby with the Central District Fishing Report. Taylorsville Lake is at winter pool and the water temperatures are running in the upper 50s to lower 60s. A few crappie are being caught around shoreline cover and in the standing timber. Definitely want to concentrate your efforts if you can find a large fallen tree. These fish are at about 5 to 10 feet of water. Also, largemouth bass can be caught casting crankbaits, spinner baits, or lipless crankbaits around main lake points. Additionally, casting jigs or plastic worms around shoreline cover can also produce a few fish this time of year. At Harrington Lake, the water temperatures are running in the low 60s. The lake is about 25 feet below summer pool, which means many of the ramps are unusable. There's only a couple of ramps open, but can be a good time of year to catch a few largemouth bass at the lake, casting crankbaits on main lake points, as well as pitching plastics around shoreline cover or around docks. You can also try your luck trolling crankbaits or lipless crankbaits for hybrids and white bass in the upper portions of the lake. Just be careful with the low water. There are a lot of standing trees that can be potential hazards. And finally, don't forget about your local Finns lakes. They have been stocked recently with trout, and some will be stocked this month with trout. So check out the department's website at fw.ky.gov for a complete list of Finns lakes in your area. Also, trout have been stocked into several of our streams, West Hickman Creek, Big Bone, Gunpowder, Floyd's Fork, Royal Springs, as well as the Harrington Tailwater and Taylorsville Tailwater will be getting a few trout this month. Remember that Big Bone, Gunpowder, and Floyd's Forks are delayed harvest streams, which means trout are not to be harvested between October 1st and March 31st. So grab your pole, enjoy some great fall fishing, and I hope to see you on the water.
This is Adam Martin with your Western District Fishing Report. Here at Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley, water temps are currently sitting around 64 degrees. But if you've looked ahead to our weekend forecast, then you know that those temps are about to drop. The cold front will likely slow down the crappie bite, but for now the catches have been very good with some large fish being taken. Lake Barkley has been fishing a bit better than Kentucky this year, and right now is no exception. Barkley has a much higher proportion of white crappie, which are comparatively easier to catch than black crappie. Most anglers are using jigs or live minnows, and they're targeting brush or stake beds in that 6 to 15 foot range. Yellow bass can also be taken in the same depths with the same tactics. Kentucky has been productive also, with Jonathan Creek and Blood River providing the best catches. The bass fishing has once again been more sporadic than the crappie fishing. Bass are still tight on woody cover and are concentrated on chunk rock points. With abundant shad, we have been seeing some schooling action, often involving a mix of largemouth and white bass. If temps drop dramatically and water clarity remains good, it may be time to throw the jerkbait or the A-rig. But for now, the crankbait seems to be the best option for covering water. With temps expected to drop into the 20s this weekend, this is my PSA to at least do the basic winterization on your boats. Beyond the weekend, it certainly looks like some good fishing weather, but for the weekend, it may be best to get into a deer stand instead of a boat. As always, if you do get on the water, always remember to wear your life jackets and kill switches. Good luck.
This is Tom with your fishing report from the Northeast. Out on Cave Run Lake, the water continues its slower drop into winter pool levels. The ramp at Warwick's is closed because of this winter drawdown, and also the ramp at Scotts Creek is now closed due to repairs being made there. Fishing on the lake is really picking up for muskie in the last week or so. Lots of anglers hitting the water for muskie in the main portions of the lake, and they're focusing on some of those weed bed edges. Cowgirls and double-out AC shiners in silver and black would be a good go-to bait. Crappie fishing in the upper reaches of the lake is also a good bet right now. These fish have been very scattered around, mostly shallower brush in the North Fork and main stem licking areas of the lake. The Pop and Rock and Banger boat ramps will put you right in their neighborhood. We're also seeing some sauger fishing pick up on the Ohio behind the Greenup Lock and Dam as the temperatures start cooling back. Blade baits, jigs, and twister tails fished on current breaks are a good bet up here. And don't forget that sauger hit is very subtle, so set the hook a little more liberally on those slight tugs that you're feeling. Lastly, we've been sending folks up to Craney Creek and Round Bond County for some great fall trout fishing. I still want you to head up there and take advantage of this underutilized fishery, but with deer firearm season upon us, if you do head up there this weekend, be sure to throw on some Hunter Orange just to be on the safe side. That should do it for us in the Northeast. Wherever you go, good luck and stay safe.
This is Caleb Bentley with the Kentucky Stocking Report. This week, across Kentucky, we stocked channel catfish and rainbow trout. Channel catfish were stocked in Carpenter Lake, Old and New Kingfisher Lake, Beulah Lake, and Mill Creek Lake. Rainbow trout were stocked in the Cumberland tailwaters. Good luck fishing and stay safe.